nerds like me attending and nerds like me watching this are going to acknowledge that, like, in recent months, last little while, AMD's really upped their game with their processors. And so we're seeing Intel respond to that, right? And as a result of that, we just got the latest 10th generation chipsets. They were just dropped. And I kind of feel like back in the day, because I am a big nerd, I'd buy a Pentium 2 400, and that was objectively faster than the Pentium 2 350. But I kind of feel like with all the I's, it's just like the i3 and 7 and 9 and 5, like it's just getting a little muddied because this nomenclature has existed for a while now with Intel. So they just dropped new chips. I'm in the market for a new machine. What I do I buy? Can somebody walk me through this?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to quickly touch on the AMD piece, Intel has responded. They responded with 8th Gen in a big way. And the biggest way they responded with 10th Gen now is probably adding hyper-threading to all their core chips, which really adds the ability to multitask. No longer are you bottlenecked with the i3 versus the i5, i7. They all have hyper-threading, so you're getting that great benefit that you once had to pay a premium for, and that's a big thing. Going back to what do you actually need, it goes to use case. Is this let's just take K-12, for example. Is this going into elementary, middle school, high school? Elementary is not going to need an i7. It's not going to need, top tier spec. They're probably just going to be doing, simple web browsing tasks usually. So you can even look at doing like a Pentium, start with a Pentium line, maybe the i3. Once it gets to more middle school range, maybe bump up to the i5, more memory, things like that, and so on. High school, it could be i7, depending on what they're doing. i9 is usually just that top tier. Nobody really needs it, but if you have the budget for it, great. It's kind of like that flex thing, that we talked about. It's there. It's a very cool chip. It's a good chip, but in reality, not many people actually need it, unless you're actually, maybe a business. If you were a business and you were looking to save time to export projects, things like that, there is a need for some of those use cases. But it really goes back to use cases and budget, and what are these machines going to be used for?
So is it fair to say then that your i3 is probably the ideal chip for home use and for like light usage? So you mentioned like the elementary school as an example, and I like that. Back when I was in elementary, I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon on the library's, Pentium 2 266, and it ran okay. And I probably could do fun on an i3 is what I'm hearing, right? But like, when we look at practical applications for some of these processors, like I'm going to buy an i9. I'm a big geek. Chris identified that. I own that. That's fair. And quite frankly, I want that for a long time. So i9, buy it once, I'm good. I know that for me. Also, my wife is strangely supportive of this addiction, so that's why I'm going to get away with it, right? What is that differentiator between, okay, so this is i5 territory, this is i7 territory? Like, is there a specific differentiator there, or is it really just kind of a generalized thing?
It's going to come back to budget, and also the biggest thing is just a business or home use. Home use, I think we touched on i3. Let's stay in that realm, unless you have a kid that wants to game or something like that. If you're a business, you should really start with the i5 and move up from there, because when it comes to a business, time is money, right? So anytime your employee, needs to be slowed down by technology, that's a huge loss for your company. So you really want to step up to at least that i5 mark, in my opinion, and then really go up from there. What is this end user doing? Are they going to be doing more advanced tasks, multitasking, and what's going on there? Again, even with the gaming side, the whole platform is going to game. It's just going to be, what are you going to be playing? Esports, high-end games and that sort of thing. So I mean, does that make sense, guys?
What I just heard is an i3 will play Minecraft, but it won't play Minecraft RTX. Is that fair?
I think so.
So i3 is...
I'll tell you something, though. I am really confused. So you're talking i3, i5, i7. You're saying cores. I'm reading about cores and clocks. Like what the hell does all this really mean? I mean, why do I want 3 cores versus 10 cores?
Well, the biggest thing with cores to consider is multitasking. So it's going to allow you to have more applications open at one time. You said you have all things going. You got Zoom, you got Teams, you got 18 tabs open, you know, an i5 right there, you know, you really want to start probably in that realm. You're doing a lot of things. It's going to handle all that workload you're going to throw at it. But when it comes down to it, cores is becoming, it's still important, but everything is just loaded to the max really with cores, even clock rates. Clock rates used to be a big topic, and it still is important, but Intel's really stepped their game up. All these chips have good frequencies. They all have good core counts. So it's really just, you know, it's never been a better time to buy a PC than now, really, as far as what Intel's offering.